Karen Gillan apologizes. Oh no, what do you have to apologize for? It's the mob that needs to apologize to you, sweetie. I am Mecca. Who are you? Why are you here?
I'm Rob off camera.
And on behalf of the mob that kicked me out and has nothing to do with me because I don't recite back the garbage. No, they can apologize on their own thing because I did not criticize this. I said, look, watch my video. Just watch my old video. Turns out I was pretty darn on the right money in the right direction for the most part. At least in the studio's reaction, at least in the reaction to the people, involved in it, like Karen Gillan. Because look at this from her point of view. So what happened? A little bit of backstory here. We had this Guardians of the Galaxy poster. And, well, you remember some of this kerfuffle. What was the issue with the Guardians of the Galaxy poster? It was her pose. She looked less...
She looked less feminine is what it is.
She didn't look like she was wearing a Wonder Bra is what it was. She didn't look over busty like she looks features, comfortable. She's wearing a t-shirt.
Her features weren't accentuated.
Yes, her top features were not accentuated. In a poster with a dog in a NASA suit, a talking tree and raccoon, and a mantis alien chick, I think that's the least of my worries.
Yeah, I mean, it looks photoshopped. It does look photoshopped, but that's
it looks like there's a little bit of photoshopping going on just to make it look more cartoony, more comic booky.
Yeah. Which
they would do because this is a comic book character. Well, we have the backstory.
Yes, we do.
Yay! From the direct.
Right from Karen Gillan herself.
Yes.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 star Karen Gillan broke down her thoughts on Nebula's awkward pose on the recently released poster.
Well, it wasn't the awkward pose that people were mad about. I said that, it just looked like the pose was weird, but I pointed out... Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. People were upset that there was nothing going on up there.
Nothing going on up top. They said, where's her chest? Where's her upstairs? She's a grown woman. Why doesn't she have... We pulled up a Women's Health article from the exact time she was filming this, and people were really upset with Karen Gillan's body type.
Yes.
They were upset a few years ago when Jumanji came out, when she was wearing the super revealing outfit for Jumanji, and now they're upset when she's wearing a t-shirt that kind of just, I don't know, some days you don't want to look like you're trying to catch a man, I guess. Some days you just want to look like you're comfortable. And the fact that everybody was blaming, third wave feminism, where is it? Why are they erasing her body? They're erasing women's bodies.
Well, in her defense, Karen Gillan is a very slender woman.
She's a very slender, slim woman. My thing is, remember when Dylan Mulvaney comes out and says, "Hi, I'm a girl now, and to be a girl is to wear all this makeup.
I want to be a mom one day."
So here we have Dylan Mulvaney. Now, this person has been making the rounds by recently becoming a woman, and a lot of the argument against this individual from the very people who are mad about Karen Gillan's pose and removing which one is it? Right here. Removing the chesticles allegedly in the Guardians of the Galaxy poster. These are the same people who are going to say and be mad at Dylan Mulvaney for her idea of being a woman is wearing a lot of makeup and clothes and being pretty and feminine and all of this stuff. And people have been very, very mad at Dylan Mulvaney and mad at me for not being mad at Dylan Mulvaney for having a different experience as a woman than I might have. Why am I bringing in Dylan Mulvaney? Because there's this 20-step Rube Goldberg device of connect the dots with a lot of the people who are going, hey, where is she? Why is she less feminine now? And to all of the people, here we go, to all of the she just changed her clothes guys, according to this person, grow up and look at this in the context of the media that's promoting self-harm to young girls, quote unquote. So this is part of this anti-transgender movement where they're so concerned about 4,000 kids on blockers that they've got to tie it into absolutely every single thing ever, which is why I bring in the Dylan Mulvaney thing. And basically their excuse was, well, a woman or a person who was born male who decides to change their gender and wear a lot of makeup is going around basically in quote unquote woman face, according to a lot of these people. which they claim is no different than a minstrel show blackface. Which is why I have to say, when you're reducing whether a woman is a woman or not based on how feminine she looks, based on makeup, when they attack a natural-born woman, for all we know, like Karen Gillan, for her own body type, for a pose that she chose, this is why I call it a woke mob, or an anti-woke mob. It's an SJW mob. It's a mob of social justice warrior-type people who are very upset with a certain group of people for not thinking and acting and feeling and saying the exact same things they do, to the point where it gets out in MySpace on YouTube, where the same people who talk about the movies that I talk about and the crazy cultural stuff I talk about tend to think that everybody who thinks a little bit differently of them is different. Well, anyway, so it links into MySpace here, and then I have to go in and debunk it and give you a real opinion that really matters and really makes sense. And this is clearly back to the outrage addiction. This is back to people wanting to be upset. This is back to people wanting to complain. And when you're Karen Gillan or the studios or any of these people involved, what are you going to hear? Oh, I can't wear something too revealing. I can't wear something not revealing. I'm screwed if I walk. I'm screwed if I sit. I'm screwed if I do this. I'm screwed if I do that. Welcome to being a woman on the internet or a person on the internet. Unless you're part of a groupthink tribal something, you're gonna get complaints. So I'll probably get complaints and I don't care anymore. Because Dylan Mulvaney's been a woman for about 2 minutes. So, you know what? Her journey is different than mine. I can't speak for all women. And neither can Dylan Mulvaney, and neither can Karen Gillan. And this is exactly the type of stuff that I get tired of, that I think the studios get tired of. And I was right. And I was right, too.
Yes.
So the very same people who are mad, where's her chest, are the same people who tell Dylan Mulvaney that, oh no, to be a woman does not mean wearing makeup and revealing clothing. But it does if you're Nebula. It does if you're Disney. So which message is it, people? They just want to be outraged. This is what I said. They just want to be outraged. Yes. Let's read it from Karen Gillan's own mouth now that we've gone on a 20-minute tangent.
Gillan is nearing a decade as the daughter of Thanos in the MCU, while the Guardians barrel towards what is looking like the end of the chapter for this particular iteration of the intergalactic team. It is unknown if Nebula will make it out of the upcoming threequel. But seeing as she recently got a bit of an upgrade within the universe, it seems as though Marvel may be investing in the character for the long haul. But the spotlight has been shown Gillan's way after the release of the first theatrical poster for director James Gunn's latest MCU epic. So Gillan on her Nebula pose. After Karen Gillan's Nebula drew the ire of many because of an awkward pose on the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 poster.
Well, they're kind of trying to censor it by saying it was an awkward pose. No, a lot of the people in the gee, it's woke sort of side of the internet said they're erasing her because third wave feminism, because Disney, all that crap. I said, yeah, it looks like she's just a weird Photoshop. Let's see what really happened, though.
Yes.
Because I was mostly right on this.
In a video on her personal TikTok, Gillan jokingly apologized for the pose she chose for the Marvel Studios poster. Okay, it says, okay, can anybody tell me what I was thinking when I decided to pose like this on an international worldwide poster that will remain forevermore? I remember doing this pose and thinking, I look pretty cool here. Laughs. So I take full responsibility for this choice, but oh my god, what am I leaning against? What is my elbow doing? So yeah, what is her elbow doing?
We tested this last night on my cooking stream, and what happens when you do raise your arm like that, and they go away. The girls go away. They kind of get smushed back. You don't see them as well, and this is a very slim, slender woman anyway. This is how she is normally in Photoshop for Women's Health magazine, so I'm sure she's overly photoshopped. So she even says, yeah, it's just a weird pose. What the crap? I don't know. What is her elbow doing?
I don't know. It looks...
She's just leaning against something. But that's a fun, silly... That reminds me of the whole vibe of the whole Guardians of the Galaxy movies, though. They're kind of fun. They're kind of silly. If she's wearing a t-shirt, and it doesn't mean that they're erasing womanhood, for crying out loud. Because this is the same type of thing. This is why I brought in the Dylan Mulvaney argument. Because the same people who are mad at Dylan Mulvaney, they'll just say, but Mecca, see, you don't get it. You don't get it. He's erasing women too. And I'll say, well, she is clearly not erasing women because I'm still here. Karen Gillan's still here. Guess who is erasing women, though? Everybody who doesn't want me or Karen Gillan to speak. That seems like it's somebody who's erasing a woman a little bit more. I'm too feministy today. I apologize, but this type of stuff bothers me. So she goes on to say, the Nebula actress remarked, maybe she should double down and make this pose a thing. Adding, you'll be seeing this pose again somewhere where you'll least expect it. Maybe I should double down and make this a thing. I stared at it for so long, I was like, oh, maybe I'm reaching for a weapon to take out and fight someone. And then I remembered I'm not wearing a holster or anything that would carry a weapon, so it's not that either. You'll be seeing that pose again somewhere where you least expect it. The awkward power stance has got the eye of many online with a number of sexist comments.
What's wrong with being sexy? I mean, there's no sexist.
Not just on Nebula's pose, but her lack of feminine posture presenting features seen on the poster. See, did they use that as bait, I wonder, to bait out all the people who are going to have a problem with it?
Maybe. That could very well be the case. It really could be the case. Yeah.
It won't benefit me any because, I'll get 300 people who agree with me to watch this, and they'll get 7,000 people saying, where's her boob? Where's her boob?
Where's her boob? Where's her boob?
Where's my ability to have an opinion on this as a woman? I mean, do we really need some 50-year-old guy with a beard to tell me what I need to say as a woman?
Damn, we're smooth.
Hey.
Is that any... You don't have a beard, Rob.
Okay.
No, seriously, though.
I could grow one.
Is that any less demeaning to women than whatever Dylan Mulvaney does, or when other people tell me how I'm supposed to feel? Like, I just want to know, because from my opinion, what is happening with the poster? As silly as Karen Gillan might look at the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 poster, it's not as though she looks out of place. One has to remember the piece of promotional art features a dog in an astronaut suit, Chris Pratt listening to a Walkman, and Zoe Saldana's Gamora striking a pose. Well, let's just look at the rest of the poster. We've got a talking tree, a talking raccoon. Yeah, I mean, a girl in a t-shirt with a weird pose is the least.
Looks like a lizard on a stick.
It's a lizard on a stick. Is she gonna eat it? I don't know. Well, she's an alien. I don't know what they eat. And a dog. The dog's gonna eat that lizard.
The dog's adorable.
The dog's gonna eat that lizard. So we're mad that the dog's wearing an astronaut suit now? How dare... Dogs don't wear clothes. Dogs do not wear clothes. Raccoons don't talk. Aliens aren't real. And Walkmans are obsolete. Is it the Walkman or the Zune? I thought he had the Zune by then.
It's a Walkman.
Oh, they didn't even remember he had the Zune upgrade in the second movie.
Maybe. I can't tell from the photo, but, that Walkman would have broken many, many, many times over.
Many times over.
In the years that he in between Earth and space.
So, of all the things to be mad about, let's just be mad that the dog is wearing clothes. I am Mecca.
I'm Rob off camera.
Bye! Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!
Damn, we're smooth.